GM. Welcome to another vibe trading session here with Senpi.AI. It's a Thursday. Base chain has been seemingly kicking off, ramping up over the last few days. Looking at some of the on-chain metrics earlier today, we were on DeFi Llama looking at DEX volume, traders, transactions. Seems like things have been heating up. I know at the dojo, our Senpai official Telegram, folks have been sharing a lot of trades, especially today, this morning. I think I got to start doing some of these trading sessions a little bit earlier in the day because it seems like morning Eastern time is kind of a sweet spot for base chain. I think that's maybe all the New Yorkers. I don't know. But regardless, things have been definitely heating up. On the Senpai side of things, we did just launch an exciting new feature today with stop losses. For those who haven't seen one of our streams before, typically I would spend 5-10 minutes kind of walking through what Senpai is, how it works. To quickly summarize for you, because today we're going to kind of jump right into it. Senpai is the most powerful autonomous trading platform built completely here on Base. Do everything from swap and send tokens to advanced DeFi like limit orders and now stop losses, and set rich rule conditions for autonomous trading strategies, all using natural language. I'll walk you guys quickly through just a crash course, 60 seconds on the Senpai UI, everything you're seeing, some of the nuances, just so you can get a handle for it. If you're one of our users, this is a quick refresher. If you are interested in trying something like Senpai out, this will be just a really quick crash course on how it all works. So let's get into it. Typically, we know when you land on Senpi.ai, and again, everything I'll be showing you here today is live. It'll look pretty familiar. Obviously, this looks like a LLM interface. You have the new chat button at the top right. You've got an interface to type commands. Bottom left is your Senpi wallet. This is a smart wallet powered by Privy. Congrats to those guys on the recent acquisition by Stripe. Awesome product, but basically you'll never see a TX inside of Senpi, and you could take full advantage of all of these pretty incredible trading abilities. So speaking of abilities, at the top left of your screen, you're going to see skills. Skills are things like autonomous trading. And when you click into these, you'll see a capabilities write up, you'll see conversation starters, groups, which are an integral part of the Senpai experience. And I will spend a little time walking you through that today. Things like limit orders, base whale hunting, portfolio analysis. There's a bunch of third-party skills in here as well, because all of our skills are built on an open source framework by the Eliza plugin, Eliza OS team. So if you have a verticalized crypto product or an existing plugin, you can stand it up inside of Senpai in less than a day. I've built one myself. They're pretty lightweight to stand up inside using that framework. So if you're a developer, give us a shout, and why don't we integrate your skill? Underneath the skills tab, you're going to see dashboard, and there's just a couple quick things in here. You have your chat history, which is kind of exactly what you'd expect. You have referrals, which if you're using Senpai and inviting friends, this is the best referral program going. I mean, you get 25% of their trade fees in perpetuity. You could track all your referrals live here, see who's joined. You can copy, share to Farcaster X. And if you're one of the folks that's in like a Telegram callers group, or have maybe you're in 10 like me, I sit in a ton of them, and you want to share it with your group, that's a really easy way to share it directly to Telegram and get some awesome trading fees for bringing your friends in. If you've been on our streams before, 3:30 p.m. Eastern is the sweet spot for me and my second espresso of the day. Auto trading, this is the tab where all of your different rules are going to live. So if you haven't seen Senpai before, you can think about it like copy trading, but a full step function change better. So yeah, copy trade me a user, but only do it if these conditions are met, if the market cap is in between these numbers, if the token's only this old. And every week we're adding to more and more of these autonomous trading conditions, so you can build richer and richer rules. You could see here, and I'll spend some time going through these. These are all very different, right? I have rules that don't have exit conditions. I have rules with exit conditions, basically saying, if they sell, or if the token gains 50%, sell. We're going to set up a bunch of new ones today using both sell side protection and take profits. My goal is to obviously trade meme coins, which are like a super volatile asset class, but have protection in place so I can trade smarter, faster, and without emotion. So Senpai is really great at doing that, and I'll be walking us through today how everyone that's currently using the platform, including myself, is doing that today. Groups, which are another integral part of the experience I mentioned earlier. These are cohorts of users that you put together for a variety of reasons. Some could be really early on tokens, like the Raiders of the Lost Ark here. When you go into groups, you actually get a full look at their P&Ls, trades that you've made against them. You can see, nice. But there's a whole bunch in here. Good stuff. Just it's data proofing the people that you're adding to your groups. You can slice this up by 30 days. You can slice it up by 1 day. You can get different kind of looks at it. The idea is it kind of demystifies the people that you're copy trading or building rules around. We'll spend quite a bit of time in there. The orders tab, this is where all your bought tokens is going to live. So when I get a notification on Telegram or Farcaster from Senpai saying, hey, I bought you this token, I can come into my orders tab here and I can see what was bought, what if there was some sold, because maybe I have a sell condition. We can see who actually triggered the rule, why it triggered, basically just giving you a full overview of how that entire process works, from autonomous trade sending you notification on Telegram to going in and seeing what you've got. And of course, you could go in here and what's a really interesting one from yesterday? I mean, we've been in a lot of trades the last couple of days, but you can click into the chart here and actually see, I bought a token for $19. I sold it for, 22 or 23 or whatever this is. And we could see the buy sell, which I bought down on this candle somewhere and sold a little higher up on these candles. It's a really great way to manage your different buys and sells, what's going in and out of your portfolio on the day-to-day. again, I try to let Senpai just do as much of it as possible. You can see this one was a pretty interesting one. Senpai really nailed the bottom on this. Two $19 buys, sold $36 a piece on the sell side. Basically, sold the top of the chart for me. It's pretty awesome stuff. This was 2 days ago. So this was on Tuesday. Um, and then you could see one of the most important things, which is Senpai's actually using a proprietary product that we've built called Senpai Shield. Senpai Shield, before you buy any tokens, we do a kind of matrix on the token and figure out, is there a nefarious liquidity setup? Is there potentially a honeypot situation? Is there a mechanic in the contract? And Senpai will stop those buys before they even happen. We just shipped V3 for this at the start of the week, so we're still fine tuning some things. We're working really closely with our community to flag false positives, to fine tune things. Not everything is super, binary in tokens, right? Like you have tokens that might look like some sort of nefarious situation, but they're definitely not. I know some of these earlier today were for sure. I haven't actually looked at these, but I think if the chart's straight down, I'm okay with not being in that chart shape regardless. But yeah, anyway, so we do quite a bit of QA on these as they come through. We have a community that is very helpful in helping us do that. And thus completes our crash course of Senpai. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to jump right into it. Before I start, one of the things I do like to pop on screen is our QR code to join the dojo. This is our team's official Telegram. It's an awesome place to hang out. Basically, it's just our team's in there if you're looking at interacting with us, myself included. Folks are sharing strategies, different groups, people in both addresses and their social handles, whether that's an ENS name, a base name, a Farcaster name. And altogether, just helping make Senpai a really awesome autonomous trading experience. It's a great community to be in. If you're using the product, I highly recommend being in there. I'll flash that on screen a couple times throughout this stream. Every stream, we get a couple new folks joining the dojo, and it's just an awesome community to be part of. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Look, the most exciting thing to talk about today is stop losses are live. Why is this so important? Well, let's go into my auto trading and I'll show you why. So you could see I've been setting up a whole bunch of rules, and none of these have sell side conditions. So I'm just saying, buy me $20 worth of a token if any one person buys this much. And this is a ladder strategy that I've been running that's been pretty successful. So here you see the buy size is $10, 15, 20, and it scales based on the amount that the person I'm copy trading is buying. Also, we're market cap hunting, laddering up as we go as well. So the idea is more conviction from the person copying, the bigger buy size to take me on. These don't have sell side conditions because I'm kind of at my computer. I think now with stop losses, I won't need home and away rules. It'll just be, hey, these all have the exit conditions. We'll be adding stop losses into all of them today. So what we're going to do first is jump in here and clean out some of my old rules. And again, you could pause and delete rules. It's super easy to do this in here. But for our purposes today, we're going to clean house because stop losses, although we just shipped them, they're working pretty great. And we're going to keep getting feedback on them as we go. Sorry, and I'm managing a couple chats here. So if you see me jump over to my phone, let's see. I'm just answering some questions while we get to it because we're live in a few different places right now. But the idea is that, yeah, with stop losses, I'll be able to put stop losses on everything. So if I buy a token, if it drops 5%, take me out. If it goes up, then we'll take profits on the other end via limit orders. So we kind of get this, aiming for what maybe could be a delta neutral trade. Obviously, super difficult to achieve that. Maybe not even mechanically possible, but as close as possible in a way that I can take more shots on net with the meme coins. And we're going to catch a few runners in that. And meme coin trading is like early stage venture investing. It's like, a good portion of the trades aren't going to work out. It's the nature of the asset class. But if you can minimize the downside and those losses are very small, the wins are so big that they already pay for the losers. Well, let's just, squeeze that as much as we can. So stop losses are really going to allow me to do that. And we're going to set them up right now. So we're going to leave these live because we want rules running. if we get bought into a trade, so if the device goes off, you will see something like this pop on the screen, and we'll jump into the trade live. So that means we'll manage it from Senpi. Sometimes I'll bring up the 1 second candles on Dex Trader if we want to get real into it. Sometimes I'll just let Senpi do its thing, and we'll go back to it when the token's been sold. But right now, we're going to say something like we're going to set up our first rule together. So we're going to say if any two people, we're going to do a little more validation stuff and Raiders with Lost Arb. If you haven't been on these streams anymore, we do take music requests, but it's got to be classic rock. Maybe I'll do an Unsoon stream if I get on for like a Friday night, but right now it's going to be classic rock. Buy $500 of token within 5 minutes of each other. And the market cap, we're going to want a smaller market cap. I'm going to say, actually, it's 75K to start. I need $10 of it, then sell it for 30% profit. Set stop loss at, you know what? We'll go 8%. I don't know. It's a bit of an arbitrary number, but I'll share some reasoning at the end of setting up all this. So let's just see. What are we doing here? Let's try that again. I know like half the internet was down today. I saw Supabase. I saw a whole bunch of stuff was down earlier. Even my personal website, like our backend was cooked. So hopefully that's not affecting any of our systems here. But we will find out pretty quickly. Let's see if this works. Yeah, okay, that seems to be resolving. Maybe we'll drop the music just a little bit. I feel like it's gotten louder from last time. There we go. I think that's a little cleaner. Something seems off here because usually this would be done. If you've watched our other streams, usually this is quite a short process. And I'm just checking if anything is down on our end. Yeah, weird. Okay, let's try that again. New chat. Let's just go and pull a research quick. I just want to see if any of our systems are being affected by this wider outage. I'm doing some second screen research right now to figure out what's going on. Yeah. It seems like something is down. I'm just copying this out to our. Yeah, interesting. Let me just see what was actually down earlier. I know Supabase was down. Yeah, certainly looks like it. Yeah, it looks like Cloudflare is down. AWS is having issues. Holy, wow, we chose a great time to get on stream, but yeah, looks that. Well, you know what? That's the good thing about having users also that immediately report. Because we had a handful of users just write through that there's a wider outage across a bunch of systems, Supabase, Cloudflare. I'm just looking into it now. But yeah, we might have to come back to this depending on how affected we are. Um, we're going to try with a VPN and see if that works. I don't know if that's going to change anything. All right, we're going to try one more time in here before we connect to VPN. And we're going to say, not that. All right, if I need two people in. $75K market cap, buy me, sell it, stop loss. Let's see if I want to kick my VPN, but it will pull me off stream briefly. So we're going to find out if this works. All right. We're going to try to kick in the VPN here and see if that works. And we're back. Okay, we connected the VPN and things seem to be working now. Yeah, we're going to, so this is working fine. We're going to go and test something that a user reported as well. Let's just see. So no new buys. We're just going to do a quick reset, make sure everything's good. Okay. And we're going to say we had someone reporting buy. We're just going to buy me $8 of MFR. I'll just see if this works. Testing a couple things out, and then we'll jump right back into it, folks. Seems like the VPN sorted out some of our issues. Now, let's... Yeah, it looks like Anthropic is being affected as well. That could be affecting our swaps. That's why the research query I did, which was KTA, pulling up the P and L of KTA had no problems, but running this by request was not working. We're gonna wait until a couple of these things settle out, and then we'll come back on stream. We'll walk through how we're actually setting up some of these rules. Maybe we'll try one more time to set up a rule, and just because I want to show what these stop losses look like live, and I also kind of want one live for myself. Here's the last bar by. What goes? Okay, market cap, buy me $10 of it. Yeah, it's definitely a couple of these outages. I picked a good time to go on stream. I should have done the stream this morning. We would have missed all of this, but that's all right. We're gonna be back. We'll come back on a little bit later. We'll be vibe trading tomorrow around 11:30 Eastern Standard. I'm sure by then Cloudflare, Anthropic, all of the big providers will be back up, and we'll be running at full steam. Until then, if you haven't yet, I do recommend again joining the dojo. This is our QR code here to join the Telegram. If you haven't yet, this is a great place to interact with the team. Give us feedback on the product. If you're using Senpi, I do recommend joining in there. We share a lot of strategy groups, whole bunch of different stuff in there. So, jump in, let us know what you think about the product, some of the pain points that you experience trading, and help us make Senpi the best autonomous trading experience that it can be. And we'll be returning whenever I see Cloudflare outage and Anthropic and all these different systems come back online. We'll kick things back up on the Senpi end.